Congressman Norman. A pleasure to have you in with us.
Great to be with you, Bianca.
It's unbelievable. This story has just gone into another dimension because the president, I think, going to the border, refusing to say her name. Tonight, there'll be seats inside the chamber for her parents who refuse to attend and cannot attend because they're in devastation. I'd like to play a little bit of Chip Roy. He didn't hold back on his thoughts about Democratic lawmakers actually opposing the Laken Riley Act. Let's play this.
It is a short bill designed to try to help the American people, try to give some sort of semblance of order to our country when the American people have had it, and had it with a Congress that refuses to do its job. Americans are dying as a result of it, namely Ms. Riley from Georgia.
It shouldn't be controversial, but here is Congressman James McGovern of Massachusetts, and he's on the other side from all of this. Let's play this for you.
I have to say that I am appalled by my colleagues across the aisle who are using this horrible crime to score political points. It's really sick, to be honest. And I think they ought to be ashamed of themselves if they have any shame left. The members of the Judiciary Committee did not even have an opportunity to be able to refine this bill or amend this bill. They just rushed it to the floor because they wanted a quick press release.
So you're the sick people to respect a love of a family for their lost loved one. Congressman Norman, how are we so upside down?
Well, think about what he said, what James McGovern said, that this is being politicized. He said it in the Rules Committee. And after that, I said, during the time that I had, tell that to the family who just lost their daughter. You say that this legislation is trying to score political points. You've got a dead young lady that had her future ahead of her. And not only the fact of how she died and the fact that it's from an illegal immigrant, it's just horrible. But the Democrats, as you say, they refuse to say her name. They want to still blame this immigration issue on anybody but this administration, which the blood is on their hands because of what they're doing. My one question to Biden, if I had a chance to ask him a question, would be the fences that you're having put up around the Secret Service is putting up to protect you and your staff and Congress. Why are the same fences not being put up to protect the American people? It doesn't make sense. It's cruel what they're saying, and the fact that they're advocating this, and again, won't even say her name. It's horrendous.
He likes to call himself the chief consoler. It seems like there's a lack of empathy when it comes to this story and others, in particular because it is his immigration policies, Congressman Norman. I mean, it's blatant now at this point.
Well, if you go to the border, and I went a couple of years ago, the rape trees, the poor children that are unaccounted for now, the gangs are controlling it, and not to even mention the fentanyl deaths. You could fill a book up with the deaths of our young people from fentanyl poisoning as a direct result of this administration not enforcing the border and taking over 160 countries for everybody coming in.
And Congressman Norman, I have about 10 seconds left. I know you had been supporting Nikki Haley, and now she is out. Will you be endorsing President Trump at some point?
I've already endorsed him, Bianca, 100%.
Okay.
Are you better off now than you were during the Trump years? No. Donald Trump can win this election, and he will.